When I was a kid, my vocabulary was pretty limited, but one word I caught on to really quickly was the word yada, which means no in Japanese. Every toddler learns the word no, and when they start to use it, their parents brace themselves for the approaching terrible twos. When I was a kid and my parents asked me to clean my room or to do the dishes, I would almost instantly respond with yada. But as I grew older, I stopped using the word no so often, and instead I began to say yes. Now, not many people these days really seem to like the word no so much. To us, it seems too harsh or too negative. But as simple and small as the word no is, it is one of the most powerful words that we can all learn to say. I want you all to start saying yes to saying no. That's right, I want you to start saying yes to saying no. Now, I know it might not make much sense, but I'm asking you to say no more rather than less in motivational speech because, well, let's face it, we do look upon the word no as pretty negative. Well, a couple weeks ago, I was reading a Wall Street Journal article that said, surveys revealed that we have more leisure time than in decades past, and that's really awesome. But you'd hardly know it from how busy everyone feels. One prime reason for our modern busyness is our inability to say no. You see, we love the word yes. When asked to a fun social event, we say yes. When asked to help out a friend, we say yes. And when asked to work overtime or volunteer for a project, you guessed it, we say yes. Now, there is nothing wrong with any of these things, and in fact, these are all really great things, but the problem here is when we say yes to all of these things. The reason for this is our limited resources. Our resources in life include time, energy, emotions, and money, and we only have so many of these to spend on a daily basis. When we continue to say yes, we drain ourselves. We end up having to stay up late to finish a project, or spending more money than we originally budgeted for. When we continue to say yes, we have to compromise things like going to the gym, spending time with family, or even reading our Bibles. You see, because we don't have unlimited time, energy, emotions, or money, we can't say yes to everything and simultaneously lead a happy and successful lifestyle. An article from Psychology Today really sums this concept up nicely. The thing is, whenever we say yes to one thing, we're saying no to something else, maybe even a host of something else's. When we continue to say yes to many social opportunities, we are implicitly saying no to time at home, or at rest, or with ourselves in our more intimate circles. You see, every time we say yes to something that is not our priority, we take away from our limited resources, leaving less for the truly important things. Have you all ever thought about how many times you say yes versus no in any given day? Chances are the yeses far outweigh the nos. Although it's not that, to be social, work overtime, volunteer for a project, or help out a friend, when we continue to say yes, we drain ourselves, and often the word yes can be our enemy. I think we've all had a time of overcommitment. Maybe even right now, you feel stressed out or spread too thin. I think we can all agree that overcommitting is definitely detrimental for us. So, why do we keep doing it? Let's be honest. It can be really hard to say no to someone, whether it be face-to-face, on the phone, or even through text. It's just so much easier to say yes. Now, the main reason for this is rejection. We as humans are built for connection and community. We want to be liked and to please others. In fact, studies have shown that when asked to fulfill a favor for a friend or donate money to a charity, many people say yes for the sole reason that saying no would make them feel uncomfortable. By saying yes, we avoid conflict, we make sure people like us, and we believe in return they may say yes to us someday. Vanessa Bonds, assistant professor of management sciences at the University of Waterloo, conducted a fascinating study on our inability to say no. Professor Bonds asked 180 strangers to vandalize in a library book by writing the word pickle in permanent ink. Half the people she asked did as they were told and wrote in the library book. Now, none of these individuals had absolutely anything to gain from this, but because they were so afraid of rejection, they decided to cave into social pressures. And although they didn't know Professor Bonds personally, they still felt the need to be connected and to be kind. I think we often worry in our relationships that by saying no, we ruin those relationships or we become less successful in life. But the very opposite of this is true. Warren Buffett once said that the difference between successful people and very successful people is that very successful people say no to almost everything. In an increasingly interconnected world, the opportunity to do things are immeasurable, but you can't do it all. You have to decide. Prioritize the things you value most in life and start saying no to more things so you can start saying yes to the truly important things. I want you all to start saying no more. It's okay. Saying no can bring you all so many benefits in life. For example, it helps you to stand firm in the face of peer pressure. Or in other words, the next time someone comes up to you and asks you to write the word pickle in a library book, definitely say no. It also helps to maintain your relationships with friends and family because it guarantees a wise use of all your limited resources. And finally, it keeps your top priorities at the top. The happiest and most successful people in life are the people who say yes to saying no. Now I know all of this doesn't really make saying no itself much easier, but with practice it can definitely become more natural. Here are a couple tips on how to say no consistently and graciously. First, set up personal policies. Personal policies are simple rules based on your priorities. For example, when asked to work on weekends, your response could be, "I'm sorry, but I don't work on Sundays because that's my day of rest." Another example of a personal policy could be volunteering for only one thing at a time. Many experts praise personal policies. Kristen Sommer, professor of psychology at the Baruch City College of New York, says that personal policies work because they remove rejection from the equation. You're not saying no to the person, you're simply upholding your policy. Second, prepare various gentle but assertive ways of saying no, such as, "That won't work for me right now, but I really appreciate you thinking of me." Or, "I'd really like to do that, but unfortunately my plate is just too full right now. Ask me next time." By preparing these responses beforehand, you can say no without hurting anyone's feelings. And finally, never feel rushed into giving an answer. You should always feel comfortable saying something like, "That sounds like so much fun. Let me ask my family and get back to you." Or, "I'd really like to do that, but let me check my schedule and just make sure it works for me." By not immediately giving your response, you allow yourself time to think about the decision, pray about it, discuss it with your family, and really decide whether it's a priority for you or not before you say yes or no. So don't be afraid to say no. Though it's one of the shortest words in the English dictionary, it is by far one of the most powerful. In fact, 2 letters can change your life. It's time to start saying yes to saying no. Thank you.